Lily Parker never planned on becoming a waitress. She had dreamed of being a teacher, of inspiring young children, of creating a life where she could finally break free from the struggles she had grown up with. But life had a way of interrupting dreams, especially when her mother fell seriously ill. The medical bills piled up. School had to wait. And Lily, only 23, found herself juggling 2 jobs and sleepless nights, all while forcing a smile at Parker's Diner, the same place she'd worked since she was 16. Every regular customer knew Lily for her kindness. She always remembered refills before anyone asked and checked on tired mothers with crying babies as if she understood their exhaustion personally. But behind that kindness was a young woman desperately holding herself together, counting every dollar, skipping meals to save money, and hoping her mother's condition wouldn't get worse. The rain hammered hard that afternoon as Lily wiped down tables. The place wasn't too busy, but the gloom outside made everyone look a little heavier, a little more worn out than usual. It was then she noticed him, a frail older man standing hesitantly at the door, soaked from head to toe. His clothes were worn, his hands trembling slightly, and he clutched a thin plastic bag against his chest as if it held all he had left in the world. For a moment, Lily thought he might be lost. But then he walked slowly to an empty booth, lowered himself carefully into the seat, and stared at the menu without turning a page. Lily approached with her usual warm smile. "What can I get for you today, sir?" The man looked up, embarrassed, eyes glassy. Just a cup of hot water, if that's all right." Lily had heard this before. People who couldn't afford a meal but didn't want to admit it often asked for hot water. Her heart tightened. She gently asked, "Are you sure you don't want anything else?" I'm fine. Really? Hot water is enough," he said, wiping his glasses quickly so she wouldn't see the shame pooling in them. Lily walked back to the counter slowly, the weight of his words sinking deep. She opened the register, not to take money out, but to remind herself that she had barely $40 to her name until her next paycheck. She didn't have extra to give away, but she also couldn't walk away from someone who needed help more than she did. Without thinking twice, she grabbed a bowl, filled it with the diner's thick chicken and rice soup, added a warm roll, and placed it carefully on a tray. She set the cup of hot water next to it and walked back to the old man. When she placed the meal in front of him, he froze. "Miss, I didn't order this." "It's on the house," Lily said softly. "Please eat. You need it." The man stared at the food as if it were something sacred. His lips trembled, his eyes filling. "Thank you. No one has done anything like this for me in years." Lily simply nodded and walked away before her own emotions betrayed her. She had no idea this moment would echo further than she could ever imagine. The man ate slowly, savoring every bite. When he finished, he stood up, quietly approached Lily, and pressed a tiny folded note into her hand. "For you. Please read it later," he whispered. Before she could ask anything, he left, disappearing back into the rain. That night, when Lily finally got home, exhausted and drenched from the storm, she remembered the note. She unfolded it gently. The handwriting was shaky, but the words were strong. "Thank you for feeding me today. I was on my way to make the hardest decision of my life. Your kindness reminded me there is still good left in the world. I hope someday I can repay you." Lily had no idea what he meant, but she held on to that note as if it were a blessing. Days passed. Work stayed busy. Bills still kept her awake. Her mother's health still wavered. Nothing had changed. Until one morning, 2 weeks later, when the diner buzzed with cameras, cars, and unfamiliar faces. People whispered. Lily's boss rushed out to greet someone at the door. Confused, Lily peeked from behind the counter, and froze. There he was. The old man. But he didn't look the same. He was clean, wearing a crisp suit, and standing with a posture that no longer carried the weight of sadness. Behind him were two assistants, and next to him was a woman speaking into a phone, clearly important. Lily's heart raced as he approached her with a warm, steady smile. "You probably don't recognize me," he began gently. "But 2 weeks ago, you saved my life." Lily blinked, unsure what to say. "My name is Henry Dawson," he continued. "Founder of Dawson Enterprises." Lily's mouth fell open. Dawson Enterprises was one of the largest real estate companies in the state. Everyone knew that name. "I was on my way to sign papers to hand over my company," Henry said quietly. "My wife passed 3 months ago. I fell into depression. I stopped eating. Stopped caring. That day in the diner. I was planning to give everything away and disappear from my own life. But your kindness, your simple act of offering a meal, brought me back." Lily covered her mouth, shocked. Henry gently took her hand. "And today, I want to honor that kindness. I want to change your life the way you changed mine." He stepped aside, revealing the woman next to him. "This is my attorney. We've arranged a full scholarship for you. You told me you wanted to be a teacher, didn't you? You'll never have to worry about tuition again. And, there's something else." He handed her a small envelope. Inside was a check, enough to pay off her mother's medical bills entirely. Lily burst into tears, overwhelmed. Customers in the diner clapped, some crying themselves. Henry placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "You didn't help me because you wanted something. You helped me because of who you are. The world needs more people like you. And someday, when life gets hard, remember that this kindness came back to you." Lily hugged him tightly. Henry hugged her back like a grandfather returning home. From that day on, Lily's life changed completely. She went back to school. Her mother recovered slowly with proper care. Henry visited often, checking on her progress, cheering her on. And Lily, now living the dream she once thought impossible, carried that diner memory in her heart forever.